the program for the woolly spider monkey conservation. The environment. The man. Mankind has existed for about 100,000 years and Earth for 4.5 billion years approximately. As the world population grows, it diminishes wild areas and consequently wild animals' habitats. Man interferes with the environment and affects the quality of his own life. The Atlantic forest provides a clear example of this point. When Brazil was discovered, the Atlantic forest covered 15% of its territory. Today, the forest is reduced to 7% of its original coverage. The rapid pace of devastation has as its main agents the illegal exploitation of the forest's natural resources, the high density of population, and the habit of clearing large areas of land by burning down the vegetation, a process known as queimada. It is enough to say that between the states of Ceará and Rio Grande do Sul, 70% of Brazilian population lives in what still remains of the forest or in its nearby areas. Classified as the most threatened forest on Earth, the Atlantic forest harbors an enormous variety of plants and animals in its unique biodiversity. The disappearance of a single plant might cause the elimination of other endemic species of the ecosystem, such as the woolly spider monkey. The woolly spider monkey is a relevant indicative of environmental preservation. Having a gestation once in every 3 years, the females are so careful with their offspring that we have the impression that they know what the loss of a single individual means to the whole species. In Brazil, the woolly spider monkey is known as Muriqui, which means friendly inhabitants of the forest in ancient Tupi-Guarani native language. The Muriqui's calm appearance and unusual passivity make it be a docile and charismatic animal. It is the only primate, human or not, whose social life does not present any kind of competition, either for partners or power. Owing to the blackness of its face and paws, the Muriqui is usually known as mono-carvoeiro or mono-coal miner, in allusion to its resemblance to mine workers. An adult individual can measure more than a meter and weigh up to 15 kilos. This is the reason why the Muriqui is regarded as the largest primate of the American continent. Elongated arms and tail help the movement through the crowns of the trees, where it remains most of time eating leaves and fruit. Its larger than average stomach helps the digestion and total utilization of its vegetarian diet. Recent observations have indicated that the Serra dos Órgãos National Park is a sort of shrine for the Muriqui. The conservation unit has 11 hectares of Atlantic forest and is part of Serra do Mar chain of mountains. 80 kilometers distant from Rio de Janeiro, its territory is located in the municipalities of Guapimirim, Magé, Petrópolis and Teresopolis. Serra dos Órgãos is known as the Brazilian capital of mountain climbing due to its altitude between 400 and 2,263 meters and famous peaks such as Dedo de Deus. Ecological tourism in the park brings men face to face with the Muriqui in the same biome, where any disturbance to the natural balance will affect the primate's survival. There used to be 400,000 individuals. Now its population is reduced to little more than 1,000, and the species is on the world's 35 most endangered species list. Until recently, the occurrence of the Muriqui had only been recorded in the states of Espírito Santo, Minas Gerais, Paraná, and São Paulo. Therefore, the newly scientific discovery of its presence in Serra dos Órgãos National Park places Rio de Janeiro in the original route of this important primate and also sends a general warning both to the surrounding communities and park visitors about their effective participation in the conservation of the fragile local environment.
O relevo montanhoso do parque e a floresta atlântica densa, que é a cobertura vegetal aqui, dificultam bastante o acesso do homem a praticamente todos os locais do parque. E com isso também, consequentemente, propicia a preservação do habitat do Muriqui, né?
The pollution of the Paquequer River outside the borders of the park indicates that the involvement of both the public and the private sector is still crucial to provide the investments in sanitation and environmental education necessary to the recovery of this important hydric resource of the region. Through Serra dos Órgãos National Park and the Center of Brazilian Primates, the Brazilian Institute for Environment and Renewable Natural Resources has created the Program for the Muriqui Conservation in partnership with the Ecological Research Institute and the NGO Tereviva. The program is directed to Rio de Janeiro, initiating researches on the only groups still found in their natural habitat. Scientific expeditions have been taking place in search of information about demography, social behavior, food habits, and other important data about the ecology of the primate.
A situação do Muriqui aqui na Serra dos Órgãos é bastante interessante. Hoje sabe-se da sua existência aqui na região e, além disso, claro, a espécie é hoje considerada uma das mais ameaçadas do mundo. Então, por tudo isso, a gente acredita que seja uma espécie que esteja precisando mesmo de mais atenção, tanto em nível nacional como internacional.
Besides detailed analysis on the way of life of this primate, the program wants both to create opportunities involving the local population with the conservation of the Muriqui and to find national and international partners that provide the necessary financial resources to promote studies aiming at ridding the species of the risk of extinction definitely. Endemic to the Atlantic forest and genuinely Brazilian, the Muriqui is today a symbol of Brazilian ecological conservation due to its importance to the national ecosystem. Your action is important. Help us to save the Muriqui.